What is up, everyone? Jordan Anderson here. Welcome to another episode. Tonight's episode, we're talking about 7 small ways that you can amaze your clients. I didn't want to give away the big stuff. I want to talk about tonight. These are 7 small, tiny, easy to achieve steps that you can take to amaze your client. I'm always talking about on this live stream. I'm always talking about how to add delight and how to create an amazing, memorable customer experience, client experience. And I figured, why not just make a video about it and actually share a few little moments of delight, sparkles of delight that I've seen other wedding photographers do that I think are amazing, and that I think you should add to the way that you do your business. So I got 7 here, 7 for you. Choose one, choose all 7. You take your pick. So let's switch over here to the handy dandy magical slides. Tonight's episode is not going to be too long. I've been stretching out my live streams a little bit too long recently. Last week we did over an hour. Yesterday I think the Monday was like 49 minutes. We got to keep it like a little bit tighter, Jordan. So let's switch over to our handy dandy slides. Oh, and you see, real quick, I'm playing around with the lighting. Put a little half frost on here. Or, this I guess it's frost, or like not full grid, but like some full white right here. A nice soft complexion on me. Look at that. Look how beautiful I look. Anyway, so 7 small ways to amaze your photography clients. Let's start with the goal, folks. Tonight, I want to help you create a memorable client experience. And I was reading the book. I was skimming through. So I have this book that I have several books that are always just laying around. And one book that was laying on my desk was the book, it's an older book actually, The Firm of the Future. I just randomly flipped to a page and I found this one page. It had a one listicle. I was like, this is the inspiration. I'm not totally ripping from this, but it was the inspiration for it. And I'll just switch back to me. And in the book, the book is aimed at lawyers, the book is aimed at accountants, the book is aimed at creative professionals, but I think wedding photographers, I think we are creative professionals. We're in the professional services business, and I think a lot of the lessons that apply to what lawyers do and what accountants and CPAs do, I think very much can apply to what we can do. And on this one page that I was reading, it talked about the biggest complaints that customers have. Or like questions like why, when you're working with your CPA or maybe your financial planner or you're working with your lawyer, like what is the biggest complaint that you have as a client about the service provider? And some would say like, they're mean, they don't pick up my call, they are never around. And the biggest complaint that a lot of people got, I think it was like there was this one complaint by almost like 68% in there, was that they don't seem to care about us. And I experienced this too. I've worked with other professional services, and that I have to agree with that. You're waiting out there. You hire these people, and then you don't hear back from them for like 2 weeks, and you're like, I thought you were working for me, dude. Or like, have you been? Where are you? I haven't heard from you. Are you even doing your job? Okay, I'm supposed to hiring you like recurring. Like, I guess they just forgot about me or they don't care about me. So it's like, and whether or not it's true that the client or that the service provider is actually not being there, not doing their job, or that they're, and a lot of times, and this is what I would imagine, and I've made this mistake as a service provider, that it's just, you just kind of fail to do a couple things that, that will keep the client in mind and keep you top of mind with your clients so that they go, Oh, wow. Okay, it's nice to hear from them. Oh, I wasn't expecting to hear from them this week. Oh, I thought they were working on something else. Oh, great. This is like an update. Cool. Like it feels like I'm a part of the process. Like make your clients feel a part of the process. Make them feel like they didn't just hire you and now you've ghosted them. Like we don't want that feeling with our clients. So 7 quick lessons, and these are in no particular order. So again, use all 7, use none of these. Number 1, and I've talked about this a lot, over-communicate. Over-communicate a lot. And when I say over-communicate, I don't mean just like talk a lot. I mean over-communicate in a way that is unexpected, that is interesting, that is helpful. What over-communicating I'm not saying like just jib-jab, just talk too much, talk forever, send them this like huge paragraph or send them, 5 pages of emails every single week, but over-communicate in the sense of what are you doing? What are your intentions? What do you plan to do this week? What are you planning to do next week? And another way I kind of envision over communication is the communication method, not just writing or texting, but sending a voice message, sending a video message, sending a screen record as you're editing as you're in Lightroom. Record your screen and talk through what you've been doing, how you're editing these photos, what you think of the photos, and thank them very much again for working with you. That's another way that you can over communicate and make your client feel like they're a part of the process, and just add that little bling, just a little sparkle of delight. That is going to further and deepen the relationship you have with your clients. Lesson number 2, your guide. Now, this can be interpreted in however you want, but when I say your guide, I've seen some photographers do this, but this is kind of like, one way to put it would be like the guide, or like the what to expect when you're expecting kind of guide, but for wedding photographers. Hey, especially you elopement photographers out there remember, your clients have zero experience eloping. You have all the experience as a elopement photographer, so it's your job to kind of onboard them. Here's what you can expect. Here's what I need you to bring. Make sure you do this. Make sure you wear this. Don't do this. Don't bring this. These people, we need to hear from these people. I need this person's permission. All of that stuff. Send it in a guide, in a PDF, in a video, something that's very interactive, easy to read, fun to digest. Your guide, like, hey, here's a wedding. Here's what I normally do for an engagement session. Do this, A, B, and C. Make sure you bring this one item, this 2 items, and also just whether or not the client actually follows the guide or listens to your guide or reads the guide, you've been out there, you've been helpful, and you're showing that you're going the extra mile, not just doing the bare minimum where you just show up, shoot, and leave. Lesson number 3. This one's obviously, like, Jordan, of course, you would say this. You're a filmmaker. The About Me video, and I don't want you to go immediately and say, like, well, the About Me video, like, this camera that I'm shooting with is capable of doing video, but, like, I'm not that good at video, or, like, I can barely, but the About Me video doesn't have to be highly produced, or it doesn't have to have this, like, documentary feel or music, or be, have these crazy, amazing edits on Adobe Premiere or something. An About Me video could just be a selfie video. It could be a series of Instagram stories that you highlight in your Instagram profile, and maybe you've already done this or done a version like this. But an About Me video is a way that when I'm shopping around for wedding photographers, that, yes, I look at the work, but now I want to get to know their personality, but I don't exactly have the time right now to schedule an appointment, but I do want to talk to them. Maybe I can watch this video, and that's going to put me a little bit further. You see the About Me page. The About Me page is very standard. It's just showing a picture of you smiling and saying something cute and funny. But if you added a video to it and talked about your process, or had your second shooter, or hire a videographer on one of your wedding shoots to follow you around and make a little mini documentary, that could be something that, again, adds that extra spark of delight that we're looking for. Lesson number 4, this is classic, but sometimes, we fail to forget. We like to, going the extra mile is tempting all the time. We want to go the extra mile. We want to, like, wow our clients every single moment, but also to a great service provider, a great wedding photographer, a great creative professional is good at managing their clients' expectations. And I'm not saying manage it so that it's, like, small and down, but if your client is expecting Hollywood-style production and it's, like, cheap budget high school video production class, and it's like when there's that disconnect, you're going to have some problems. So it's under promise, over deliver is another way to say manage your client's expectations. I will probably most likely have these photos done in 6 weeks. And then deliver it in 4 weeks, deliver it in 2 weeks. I can probably have some first looks of the photos, I don't know, in probably a week from the wedding, and then do it the next day. Like that kind of, like, oh shit, they're here. Like, hey, your client is not going to talk to your former clients and say, like, oh yeah, they did the same exact thing. They said they were going to do 6 weeks, but they did 4 weeks. Just be, oh, hey, I said I thought this was actually going to take a week, but it only took a day. So here you go. They're not going to complain. They got their photos. They're happy. Like, now, like, you just sped up the process. Now, of course, remember, like, if you're selling, like, if part of your service is that you're selling expedited services, like a rush job, then you might want to, like, throttle it back. that's beside the point. Okay, lesson number 5. Thank you letters. This is pretty stock in the wedding industry. It's not usually seen anywhere outside of the wedding industry. I mean, of course, the couple writes their thank you notes, or like that's very custom in America. To go write your thank you notes, or like write your thank you notes to all your vendors. But you know, don't wait for the couple to send you a thank you letter. Send them a thank you letter. I mean, it's like, okay, who's thank you for the thank you letter. But yeah, send a thank you letter. Send something personalized. Send something that says hey, and at the same time, also send thank you letters to the other vendors. Or do some kind of video thank you letter, or some kind of interactive thank you letter that says, hey, blah, 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 Bob's DJ. It was so nice to meet you. Hope we can connect. Here's my this, here's my that. Here's my contact information. Call me anytime. And like make some kind of connection. Hey, wedding vendor. Hey, wedding planner. Thank you so much. It was an honor to work with you. I loved the way you worked. Blah, blah, blah. Send it a nice personalized letter. People are not going to complain that you got to like. We love letters. We love getting stuff. We love, and especially too, another sales tactic. We love what's called lumpy mail. If you don't just want to send a thank you letter, then add something in there. Add a book, a gift card, some kind of like something that goes like when they get this envelope, but it's not this flat piece of paper, but there's like something lumpy in here. Like, oh, what's in here? And they open it, they read it, they're excited. Now you send them some little trinket. Go to the gift shop, get something fun, get something cute, get something that shows your personality. Don't just throw your business cards in there. Add something magical. Lesson number 6. Help them think. What do you mean, Jordan? Help them think. That's what you do. Okay. When I say help them think, I really mean, I should have kept continuing the sentence. Help them think through it. A wedding couple is going to come to you. They're going to talk about their vision. They're going to talk about what they have in mind for this type of wedding, what your capabilities of. I was reading a Reddit post today, actually, and I think it was a wedding couple was posting to wedding photographers asking, how do I ask my wedding photographer politely without coming off as rude or without coming off as like begging or asking too much of this for like, I want specific wedding poses, or how do I come off without like impeding on a wedding photographer? And the classic answer, or not the classic answer, but an answer to that is you're not impeding on it. And if you feel like you're impeding on it, then your photographer is not opening up the relationship enough. Yes, like the wedding photographer is the expert. They know what looks good. But if you have a specific pose that you want to do or don't want to do, then communicate that. If you're a wedding couple listening, communicate that to your wedding photographer. And wedding photographers, this is where I say you need to help them think. You need to open up the conversation, open up the relationship so they don't feel intimidated, they don't feel scared to ask some kind of detail. Hey, what happens when we do this? Or like when we do the bouquet toss, do you stand in front of me? Do you stand behind me with the crowd? Like how does this know? Like, be open to their FAQs, be open to any kind of questions that they have. Help them think it through. If they have some wild idea, hey, wedding photographer, we are thinking about doing this type of shot it would be really great. We're going to time it at sunset. Is this possible? Is that something that you can do? Is that something that can be done? And just be open. Don't be badgering. Don't be a know-it-all. Like I'm the worst at this. I always feel like I'm like talking people down. But just be open. Just communicate. Hey, actually, no, that's a great question. No, I know exactly what you mean. And no, that's not a crazy request, or I've gotten that request before. And yeah, it's totally possible. Or no, it is a little bit difficult to do that. But I think if we try it, if we time it right, then we can do it. Like, be open to their suggestions and help them kind of think through what it is that they have their vision for, because they hired you. And yes, you, the photographer, have the vision, but it's their vision, and you're trying to execute their vision. So help them think. And then finally, lesson number 7, the last one, and this is last but not least, payment options. And when I say payment options, I don't necessarily mean doing payment plans where you say like, you can pay three installments or 2 installments or 4 installments. I do encourage that. If that's an option, or if that's something that your client needs, offer it. But when I say payment options, I mean more specifically are you the type of vendor that only accepts specific types of payments, or you have to go through this payment processor? I've been that before. I have my little QuickBooks set up, and inside there, like, I would demand that they, no checks, no cash, and no credit cards, because I didn't want to pay the credit card fee. You have to do ACH bank transfer and get your routing number out and get your account number out. Not that I would see it, but I was like so strict on that, not trying to avoid the fees and all that, that I would say, it would make it more difficult for my clients to pay me, and that doesn't make sense. You should make it very easy for your clients to pay you. If they want to pay credit card, if they want to write you a check, if grandma wants to give you an envelope full of $100 bills, let them do that. Accept as many payment options as you can: Stripe, PayPal, Venmo. It's up to you as the business owner to figure that out, how to, whatever channel of money or the method of payment, whatever that may be, it's your job to kind of figure out how to get that into your own bank account and deal with the fees. It's not their problem. They're trying to pay you. That's the least they can do. The most effort that they should be doing, the most and least effort they should be doing is paying you, and paying you the full amount. How they choose to pay you is how they should choose to pay you. It should not be, I would be so finicky, or just me like hating to pay those processing fees, because if you're charging $5,000, then that's not nothing. It could be $200 of fees, $300 of fees for something that could have been totally free, and you could have kept that $200. But again, that's just me being picky. So those are the 7 things. Let me go through it one more time. Number 1, over communicate. Create a guide for them. Number 3, about me videos. Number 4, under promise, over deliver. Manage the client's expectations. Lesson number 5, thank you letters. Write thank you letters, send it to them. Don't wait to receive the thank you letter. Initiate that shit, and also send it to your vendors. Number 6, help them think. Help your clients think through the problems and visions that they have and the things that they want to try out. It's their vision. Help them succeed in creating that vision. And finally, lesson number 7, payment options. Offer multiple ways to pay. Get paid. Don't be so stingy with the prices and the fees and stuff. That's okay. So thanks, guys, for watching. My name is Jordan Anderson. I hope this was very helpful. If you like this stuff, and if you thought this stuff was super helpful, I have an offer for you that I want to switch over to. Okay. I launched this course just a couple weeks ago. It's the Perfect Wedding Package. This course right here is going to help you earn more money in the year 2021. This is a guide, it's a course, it's a template to help you get over your fear of talking about money, to get over your fear of setting your prices, because a lot of wedding photographers, when we first start out, we just kind of look around, we copy what other wedding photographers are doing, and we set our prices, and then we somehow, we either figure it out or we don't figure it out, or we just kind of sit in the middle and we're frustrated, wondering why we can't raise our prices and earn more money, and why our clients aren't saying yes to us, or why we keep getting these crappy clients that come in the door. It's because your prices haven't been set properly. The biggest marketing tactic that you are missing out on, it's not Instagram, it's not Reels, it's not getting on TikTok, it's your prices. Pricing can manage for like 40 to 50% of your marketing mix. This is what's going to set you apart from your competition, and not only how you price, but the conversations that you have, the experience that you provide. You're going to be different than other wedding photographers. You're not just going to throw out this basic price. You're going to create an experience and create offers that don't intimidate the client. They don't confuse the client. They get your clients excited because you're giving them the option. You're giving them the choice, and you're also giving them the choice to pay you more money. And that's what we do in the Perfect Wedding Package. So I encourage you guys, head over to theperfectweddingpackage.com and make sure you put the at the beginning, THE, theperfectweddingpackage.com. I have a free trial that you can sign up for 7 days. You can try out the course, you can take the videos, you can go through the template, you can build your own price sheet, and at the end of the 7 days, if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. Or on top of that, and I always have the 100% satisfaction guarantee, 6 months from now that you still have it, you've gone through the whole course, or you buy the bundle and you still don't like it, you can get a 100% refund on the spot, no questions asked. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Jordan P. Anderson. Do the adult thing. Do the responsible thing. Like, subscribe, share this video with a wedding photographer that might need this. And I will see you guys Friday.